9 to go in the game. Looks like they have Brownfield in the game now. Shotgun formation. Trips left. Trips left to the short side of the field. One to the right. There's the handoff right up the chute. I believe that's Brownfield. Touchdown, Leo Brownfield. And Central has pretty much put this one away as the fat lady is coming down from her quarters and getting ready to warm up.
And the McKinley faithful are starting to head towards the exits. Well, hopefully Jared Hayes not Jared Hayes, hopefully Alexander isn't hurt too bad for this Panther offense as they enter into district play next week. They're a totally different offense with him on the field.
Oh, you can see the difference. It's night and day.
It's night and day, yes. And
so good instincts, good. I mean, he's a kid who really someplace is going to can play in college if he wants to.
Sure
when you're able to look downfield like that consistently and make good throws.
That's right. That's right. And he picks his opportunities to run, but he's always thinking pass first.
2-point conversion is good.
And the 2-point conversion is good.
Central's really piling it on here, and you can kind of see the wind is out of the sails of the McKinley faithful with the score of 42-15. It's now a 27-point margin here in the fourth quarter.
Let's just run the ball, everybody go home.
And this is often the point of the game where a lot of coaches, even though they're trailing by a lot, become very ground-oriented, especially with Travion Alexander out of the game. I think it's just about all she wrote. Sid Edwards did a heck of a job preparing his team, and his kids executed Jalen Johnson.
We're just about set for the kickoff.
I believe that's Johnson on the far side of the field. No, kicks it deep, end over end, and it's going to bounce, and it's going to be scooped up by Butler. Butler at his own 13-yard line, about a 4-yard return, not much there.
Gets up past the 15, 16-yard line. 1st and 10 for the McKinley Panthers.
So the Zebras are going to spot it at the 17-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for McKinley. They are trailing by a mile. You are listening to the Central Wildcats at the McKinley Panthers here at McKinley Stadium on LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com. I'd like to thank you for joining us. If you are a Central fan, you have a lot of cause to celebrate as the Central Wildcats have busted out the whooping stick. If you are a McKinley faithful, well, it's been a very
Second down and 6 for the McKinley Panthers.
Kegler's going to take off with it, and he's close. He might have that first down.
Close to the first down marker. Good looking throw and catch by the quarterback and receiver on that play.
Looks like Kegler's got
And that's
the
going to
yardage.
give them a fresh set of downs. First down, McKinley Panthers.
So McKinley will have the first as that clock is tick, 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 ticking, tick, tick, tick with 10:41 to go in the game. Shotgun formation, trips to the right, man in motion.
Hurry up offense.
That's Butler who's in motion. Shotgun, twins left, twins right. And we have another whistle. Boy, oh boy. Been a lot of those tonight. When it rains, it pours. And let's see what the call is. We have a dead ball, false start against McKinley. So that's going to push him back about 5 more yards. There'll be a first strike, that first down and 15 yards to go for the Panthers. So here we go again, shotgun formation. Marquise Kegler, the quarterback. Twins left, twins right. The lone setback, I believe, is Tyrone Scott. Central's blitzing. Here they come. Kegler steps. Oh, he throws a rocket down the field. And Benny drops the ball. Brandon Butler.
He dropped it at the last moment.
Brandon Butler had both hands on the ball. He went to the ground and lost control as he hit the ground and rolled over, and it popped incomplete. That was a very athletic throw and catch from Kegler to Butler, but it's all for naught, and it is now second down and 15 yards to go for the Panthers, who are running out of options right now. Shotgun formation, trips left, one to the right. The lone setback is Scott. It is second down and 15 yards to go. Kegler drops back, rolling out to his right. He's forced to run. He's not looking downfield. He is sacked by number 7. That's Alan Clark.
Sacked for a small short loss on the play. That's going to bring up a third down for the Panthers.
So Alan Clark wrapped him up pretty well, and it's going to be third and very long for McKinley. And the clock continues to tick. 9:46 to go in the ball game.
Third down for the Panthers.
Dropping back to throw is Kegler. Steps up. He's going to try to run with it. Might have been premature. Still on his feet. Just shook Allen Clark and runs to the sideline. He's going to be well short of the first down.
Chased out of bounds, number 9, Kegler.
And so the Zebras will spot it. It'll be 4th and 8 from about the... I'm sorry, my bad. You're right. My fault. 4th down, 4 yards to go.
Big play right here for the Panthers.
4th down, long 5. Kegler steps up, throws, and it's going to go off the fingertips of Heine Harris. That is a turnover on downs, and Central will regain possession of the ball.
And that's going to turn over, so it's going to be a fresh set of downs and turnover possession for Central. Will take control. 1st and 10.
8 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the ball game. I'd like to remind you that this broadcast is brought to you in part by the Daily Hat Trick, the most informative and entertaining sports blog on the World Wide Web. If you like sports, if you like to have a little fun with sports, and guys, if you like to look at pretty girls, log into www.thedailyhattrick.com. Also brought to you in part by the Louisiana All-American Sports Talk Show, Saturdays 11 a.m. on 96.9 FM WHYR and at WHYR.org. Oh, man. So looks like, I want to say maybe that was Meyer. Oh, wait, no, that was not Meyer. That was, I believe that was Caleb Harris. Caleb Harris got the ball, and he was stonewalled after about a 3-yard gain by the Panthers. Shotgun formation. Twins left, one to the right, one tight end. The lone setback is Caleb Harris. Dropping back is Jared Haynes. He throws long as a yellow flag on the field. Ball goes. That's well, you know, if this were basketball, Hayes would have scored 2 points, but instead he gets nothing as the ball went through the receiver's arms like a hoop. He's a little shaken up on the play. Looks like he might have tightened up a calf muscle or a thigh muscle. Maybe he's dehydrated. We'll find out momentarily. as the Central staff goes down to tend to him. I believe that was Tyler Sanson who's down there, but I don't have a very good look at the number, and we have a stoppage in play. Well, that is definitely not Tyler Sanson. Sanson's down on the field. Not really sure who it is that was shaken up. It looks like he's going to need a little assistance getting off of the field here. That's Joseph Porcho, who's walking off the field there.
Put your hands together for this player, y'all.
So Joseph Porcho made some good plays tonight.
Joseph Porche.
And Porcho almost made that catch. He probably tightened up right before the ball hit the ground. Shotgun formation. 2 tight ends. There's the handoff. Caleb Harris around the left side. No, I'm sorry, I got fooled. The quarterback kept the ball. Actually had me fooled. Good play action there. .7:29 and counting to go in the ball game. Shotgun formation, 2 tight ends. Actually, 1 tight end, 2 in the backfield. And we have a flag thrown. My goodness.
Flag on the play.
And they're going to wave it off.
Flag is waved off.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Oh, thanks a bunch, man. Appreciate that.
Here.
So here we go again now. It's a 3rd down and a mile, about 3rd and 20. Shotgun formation, 1 receiver left, 1 right. Tight end, 1 guy kind of in the slot. Stepping up is Hayes. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down. That was number.
Stop behind the line. No gain on the play.
That was number 32. Spencer Moore with the tackle.
That's Tyler Sanson quarterbacking now for the Wildcats. Tyler Sanson, number 6.
Okay, my bad. So they have Sanson in the game now. They must have just pulled Hayes out. Sanson shotguns, 4th down in a century. 4th and a quarter century. Ball's just short of midfield. McKinley showing blitz. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. There's a whistle. We have a delay of game.
Whistle on the play. Timeout. Central.
And Central must have called the timeout just before the clock expired. I'd say it's a pretty depressing night for this Panther faithful.
Yeah, it is, Eric, and it's tough for me to announce after such high hopes in the first half. I'd like to remind you, though, that tomorrow you can listen to 96.9 WHYR FM in Baton Rouge to check out the Louisiana All-American Sports Radio Talk Show, where we'll bring you all the best in local high school sports. We have our high school roundup tomorrow. We'll bring you Southern University and Jackson State information, as well as LSU versus Georgia information, and the undefeated Saints versus the undefeated Miami Dolphins Monday night. That's on Louisiana All-American Sports Radio Show, 96.9 FM.
So 4th down and about 23 yards to go. Punt formation. Deep to receive for the Panthers. I believe that's Brandon Butler. That is Brandon Butler.
Back deep for McKinley Panthers, Brandon Butler. Central set for the punt.
And let's see. There's the shift, low snap, boots it away, end over end. Good kick there by Sanson. And it's going to be rolling, and that's going to take a favorable central bounce all the way to about the 5-yard line where McKinley will take over.
It's still unsettling to me how close the McKinley punt returner is to the ball once it hits the ground. Anybody can come and push him into that ball, and once he touches it, it's live.
Yeah, Perry, I don't know what's going on with the return game, with the strategy, with the sets. I mean, it just seems a little risky, especially against a good team like this.
That's right. That's right. And film is being developed, Eric, so other teams are seeing this. So I'm sure they're going to instruct their players, hey, push that guy next time he's that close to the ball.
Or they're thinking if it's 4th and 1, hey, we're on this side of the field, why not punt? We might get it their own, inside the 5.
Right.
Steps up and maybe gained a yard. Just barely got back to the original line of scrimmage was Marquise Kegler.
Almost forward for a gain of maybe 1. 2nd down and 9.
Looks like Kegler's just struggling to get accustomed to this McKinley atmosphere, and he's a heck of a basketball player, Eric.
Well, I'll tell you, Kegler, when you were taking a little intermission, he had one that went downfield. It was about a 40-yard bomb, went into the hands of Brandon Butler, and then when Butler hit the ground, he lost control. So he's demonstrated the capability of being able to throw downfield, but you could tell his footwork is not as developed and mature, and he's not looking downfield. When he gets under pressure, those feet he gets the happy feet.
Oh, I don't doubt his ability now. Remember now, I had to watch him last year when Stroma took on Madison Prep and watched him beat us last year.
Right.
So I'm fully aware of his ability.
Was he at QB last year?
He was the quarterback for Stroma, yes.
I thought that name smacked of something really familiar.
Oh, man, I can't stop thinking about it.
Dropping back, Kegler, pump fakes, goes long, he throws. He's got Butler way too much mustard on that hot dog.
Incomplete pass intended for number 1. That's Heine Harris.
So that wasn't, I'm sorry, my bad, folks. That was Heine Harris he was throwing to. That wasn't just mustard. That was Grey Poupon, way too much on the hot dog. And that'll bring up 4th down. And I would really hope Coach Sig calls out the punting unit at this point. I mean, I don't think you want your, again, again, the next high school game I'm the head coach of will be my first, but I just would hate to see this margin get any worse. They're going.
That's inside the 20-yard line at about their own 10-yard line. So maybe Central will have some pity on them here and not try to punch this thing in. But with 4 minutes and 22 seconds left, I can't really blame them. You just run the ball forward. More people are heading towards the exits for the Panthers.
Typically in situations like that, coach might run the ball instead of just piling on and
But he still may score if he just runs.
Yeah, if he just runs it, and he kind of do that fancy. 1st and 10 for the Central Wildcats. What are you gonna do? Stop for a loss behind the line. Tackle made by number 11.
Caleb Harris on the carry for the Wildcats.
Nicholas Wiggins.
The Wildcats have made wholesale substitutions, and they're playing a lot of guys that don't normally play.
Running clock.
You can see the twos coming into the game now.
Yeah.
Jameel Jones in the game for the first time tonight. At quarterback is that Sanson? No, that's not Sanson. That's a handoff to Brownfield around the left side. He's going to stop pretty hard. Gains about 5 on the play.
That's one regular player still in the game. Quarterbacking right now is
It's like Trenton Guy.
Why? Sophomore.
See a big difference in body type between he and Hayes and even Sanson.
Right.
That's good for the young man to get in the game, get some experience.
Oh, most definitely. That's how they keep the machine running over in Central.
I'm sure he's thrilled right now. Shotgun formation. Now they have another quarterback.
Yeah, that was number 19, Eric. That's a freshman, Gabe Brown. Wow. Now you know he's thrilled.
Oh yeah. He's pumped. I know I would be.
He was playing middle school ball this time last year.
Brownfield actually lost about 2 on the play, brings up 4th down. And now Guai is going back under center. This is interesting.
Ball now.
Pistol formation. The setback is Brownfield. Twins left, 1 to the right.
Check with me.
1 tight end. 2 seconds on the play clock, and looks like a timeout's been called. Timeout Wildcats.
Timeout Wildcats.
All right, partner. Well, I guess we'll save the weekend picks till tomorrow.
All right.
Hey, why not?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
LSU Georgia 2:30.
we got LSU Georgia, and LSU's going on the road. They are going between the hedges, but I'm going to tell you why I think that LSU is probably the better pick in this game. First of all,
A lot of people picking Georgia.
LSU is Georgia's a 3-point favorite going in, but LSU, their passing game has been very crisp this year. I've been very impressed with Zach Bettenberger, very impressed with Odell Beckham. I think that Jarvis Landry has stepped his game up. Georgia also has struggled defensively. They lost. They got steamrolled by Clemson. North Texas was just 7 points away from it at the half. They racked up 21 points. That's a mid-major school. And South Carolina, had some success running the football. So I think for those reasons, in spite of Aaron Murray as talented as he is, in spite of Todd Gurley, the running back, as talented as he is, I think LSU, even going on the road, has more between the hedges tomorrow, Perry. So I'm picking LSU.
I understand the pick totally, Eric. I don't think you can hold the Clemson loss against Georgia. I think Clemson's a very good football team. They punched LSU in the mouth in the bowl game, in the Peach Bowl, Chick-fil-A Bowl at the end of last year. That is the one ACC team that could possibly, if they could make it to the championship, I could see Clemson dethroning the SEC in the national championship.
They have the best chance of any other school.
They have a better chance than even Oregon, who's ranked number 2 right now, above them. However, Clemson, they tend to lose focus, and they may lose to a Wake Forest or, someone that, they really shouldn't. So I like the LSU pick tomorrow, and I do think that LSU will come out victorious even on the road. It's going to be interesting to see how Mettenberger reacts going home to Georgia. I heard the story that his mom took off all week. Coach Rich gave his mom off. She works in the football office there at the University of Georgia. So it's going to be interesting to see how he responds, because he was once a Georgia Bulldog.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really interesting.
Mike, you got something?
Yeah, that was one thing that's really going to make this game even add a little bit more spice to this matchup, because Zach Mettenberger was in fact signed with Georgia. For some reason or another, as young kids do, he got himself in a little bit of trouble, and the police were involved. He might have been arrested, and that kind of led to his departure from Georgia. Kind of left there with a nasty taste in his mouth on both sides, and LSU took a chance on him, so that's going to make it all the better. And his mother, in fact, I believe works for the Georgia Bulldogs. So just a whole lot of just interesting things about this surrounding the game as well.
Looks like Georgia's loss was our game, wouldn't you say?
Well,
Absolutely.
So meanwhile, Heine Harris makes a big catch, about a 35, 36-yard reception down the field. McKinley will have possession at the 47-yard, at their own 47. Clock's still ticking.
and they now have sophomore quarterback Christian Smith quarterbacking for the McKinley Panthers.
And we saw Christian Smith step in ever so intercepted.
Pass intercepted.
And that's a little youthful exuberance there by Christian Smith. He floated that ball right up into Jared Hayes to Shane Smith, like a rainbow going to a pot of gold. And that will slam the door on McKinley.
Yeah, this one's over. 1 minute and 37 seconds left to go in the game. It's been over for a while. But 42-15. Central's going to move on to 3-1. The McKinley Panthers will move to 2-2 as they both enter district play next week. Do we know who the Panthers play next week? Okay. So McKinley does not move into district play next week. They're playing out of the area. They're playing Eau Perry Walker. Eau Perry Walker will be coming to the south side, down here to the bottom to play McKinley. That should be a very good game.
Well, a little Crescent City flavor coming on to Baton Rouge next week. That should be very interesting. So they're going to get in victory formation, take a knee, and that will wrap it up. First of all, I'd like to thank Coach Robert Signator again for his hospitality and graciousness, and had he not helped or not for his cooperation and assistance, this broadcast would not be possible. I'd like to thank Coach Sid Edwards of Central High School, and also assistant coach Frank Frasina for getting us the information we need to bring you this broadcast tonight. Big ups to those coaches, and thank you very much for letting us be a part of your program this year.
Yeah, thank you so much, as well to Central High. I didn't get a chance to hear if you got a chance to get them in, Eric, but I want to make sure that we have an opportunity to talk to Coach Edwards. If we can start making our way down there, this is pretty much over with 40 seconds and running.
So that will conclude our broadcast. Join us next week. Log on to LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com and look at the events calendar, or check out the Louisiana All-American Sports page on Facebook for our game of the week next Friday. For Perry Daniels, this is Eric Hatfield. The score, Central Wildcats 42, the McKinley Panthers 15. Good night.
Eric, what's your number, man? You ready?